Hi, it's Masabi. Welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's on the Oyster Bay map. We've got Samich from Flex Clan, and he's in the Crusader. That's now a British light tank. It used to be a tier 5 medium tank, in version 1.19 it got changed to a tier 6 light tank. So it's competing with the Cromwells. It's a little bit unfair in my view, but Samich has got a mark of excellence on the barrel, so we know he's playing it reasonably well. Now, let's see what gun he's using. It's got a few different choices here. Alright, it's using 57mm, which I think is the 6-pounder gun. So anyway, it's a tier 6 tank with a tier 5 gun on it, but that's the best gun I think on that particular tank. It's with the most alpha and penetration, apart from the 3-inch howitzer, which yeah, a bit of a strange gun. But nonetheless, let's just come around to this side of the map to spot anyone who's coming around on the beach side, but not really seeing any targets there. It's we need to get someone at the end of that beach there on the enemy side, but nothing spotted, so I'm going to relocate. Now they've already lost one of their light tanks, but luckily there's two more, so it's 3 light tanks on each side, and it's a tier 6 to tier 7 battle, so it's actually bottom tier. And their top tier heavy tank, one of the 2, has lost a fair chunk of hit points already, so their team's a bit behind already. Now he's platooned with Saber, who's in a 234-85, and I've got to say, I've known Samich in game for quite a while. I've actually met him in real life. He's a very nice guy, and he's an excellent player, so hopefully we'll learn something from this. I've got a few of his videos on my channel, so I'm very happy to feature this game. And Saber I've actually played with in a clan when we were both in MP a long time ago, and he's also an excellent player, but he's probably here to hold Samich's hand while he's playing. No, I'm just kidding. Samich doesn't really need any help, but they're a pretty effective platoon, I'm sure. Alright, so first coming up, hasn't done any damage, has spotted a bit of damage there, and he's getting spotted himself, so it's going to push in on this VK2801. Puts his first shot in. Aims for the top of the turret, but too late. Saber takes him out. So Saber getting the first kill, but they are a little bit behind now. They're behind in hit points. Cromwell B has lost most of its health. They've lost their IS completely, as well as the original T50-2. Alright, so now they've got an SU-152, that's interesting. So this is one thing the Crusader is good at, is punishing tanks that are distracted by other tanks. So it hasn't got great penetration on the gun, and you can see he's missed a few shots here, so now he's switching to normal aiming, and in any case the 152 has been sent back to the garage. So they're starting to peak things back again, but they're still a fair bit behind in terms of hit points. Luckily, Samich has got all of his still, even though he's fighting a Cromwell here. I'm not sure, you have to tell which way the Cromwell's trying to shoot. No, he's trying to shoot at him, and also there's a KV-2 there. Just dodged the incoming round from the KV-2, so he knows he's got a bit of time left before the KV-2 gets reloaded. So plenty of targets around at the moment. See a fairly large bloom on the gun here. All of these guns have got fairly large dispersion. I think the 6-pounder Mark V's got dispersion around 0.37. That's the best. Oh no, actually that's the 2-pounder as well, but best 0.35. So you can bring it down a bit. Obviously with crew skills it will come down a little bit. He's not running food here, so using standard modules. he's got spotted here, but he's got a chance to take out the Cromwell. So 2 shots and the Cromwell's gone. First shot misses. Comes around, gets the 2nd shot in, and the Cromwell puts a shot into his track, so luckily he gets the next shot in before the Cromwell can reload. So gets the kill, but he then gets tagged by a strip. That's the Swedish medium tank strip, the 74, not TDs. But he's on to his next target. So he's actually got a fair bit of assisted damage already, 1100, and just exceeded his own hit points in damage. So now he's come up against T29, so top tier heavy tank on the enemy side, but luckily he's facing a different direction. So he can put side shot in, gets the kill. The Striv actually putting out a fair bit of damage per shot, but he's not going to focus on the Striv at the moment. Going to zoom around here, see if we can find the Stura ML, hopefully facing a different direction. And in fact there he is, and yes, he's facing away. 1 shot in, he's not turning, puts another shot in, not turning, puts another shot in, oh, he's starting to move back. And it looks like he's aware now, finally he's being shot, and he's sent back to the garage. Now there's another tank, T-37, over here. So, 3rd kill there going to Samic, and he's now got almost even damage done versus assisted damage. Puts a few shots into the T-37 and actually gets a fair bit of assisted damage, and there's that Striv again being annoying. He's put another shot into Samic, reduced his health to just over half. And Striv's got plenty of hit points, so need to be very careful. It's got a pretty large alpha for this tier. But luckily, it's got Sabre on his side, and Sabre might be able to put some shots in. In fact, he's facing the T-34-85, so he's putting some shots into the Striv. You see the rate of fire of the Crusader gun. It is one of the strengths of it, even though it's not very effective in other means. He just turns around, and this game is almost over. They've turned around the deficit here. Striv just the only remaining tank now with a small amount of hit points. Sam is just cruising the cap circle. Is he going to go after the Striv and try and get another kill? Yes, he is. So a bit more damage. Any more kills? Can he get another kill? Yes, he does. Finally gets that. So he gets 4 kills out of that. And a total of 1800 damage and 1700 of assisted damage. So let's see what that's earned him. Alright, so 1837 of damage, 4 kills, and another 1753 of assisted damage there. So that's a total of just under 3.6k of combined damage, which is a very nice result. He's blocked a very minor amount, and he's earned the Orliks medal for killing 2 tanks or TDs that were at least 1 tier higher than him, and you have to play in a light tank to win this medal. And that's earned him the Ace Tanker Mastery Badge. So let's have a look at the team score, see how that worked out. So he's got 1311 base, which is definitely enough for an Ace Tanker in that particular tank. I think the standard amount on the Asia server is just under 1200, so he's exceeded that. And Sabre's coming in 3rd place with a decent amount of damage as well. And he's finished on top of his team for damage, but the top damage in the whole game was the IS on the enemy side, doing 2.2k, so quitting himself quite well, but he must have been sniping a bit because he's got less hit points than the Cromwell B, or at least the Crommies probably picked up some assistant damage as well. But anyway, good play by those players, but not enough to win a few 0 damage players there, which is not unusual, I guess, at these tiers. But what are we looking at here in terms of cost? Well, okay, Tech Tree Tank, so, and Tier 6. The Tier 6 is for free-to-play players who are not using a premium account. It's actually one of the more profitable tiers, I've got to say. So Tier 5 and Tier 6, probably the best tiers for free-to-play in terms of earning credits. So he's fired 40 shots, 29 hits. That's actually pretty good shooting from that gun. 27 penetrations, also doing pretty well. very small amount spent on ammunition, so nice cheap ammo, which is just great. And he didn't lose a lot of hit points, so the damage repairs weren't too expensive, and that were his only expenses. So he's made a nice profit on a non-premium account of 28k. So that is just nice for that tier. So great game there from Samic. As I mentioned, commentating the battle. I've known him for a while. He's been in various clans that I've been in at the same time, and he's a really great person too. So always pleased to have his content on the channel, and haven't known him for a while. So enjoy this one. Hopefully you did, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing that. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.